other. Jesus is the way.
Jesus is the answer
For the world today, there's no other. Jesus is the way. Jesus is the answer for the world today. Above him there's no other. Jesus is the way. Jesus is the answer for the world today. Above him there is no other. Jesus is the way.
If you have some Christians
Yes.
in the corners of your mind
Talk to him.
and traces of discouragement, cannot find
Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday.
reflections of the past. We seem
Karen, what's up?
to every day.
Blessings, Karen.
Something I know for sure. Jesus is the way. Jesus is the answer.
For the world today, above him there's no other. Jesus is the way. Jesus is the answer for the world today. Above him there is no other. Jesus is the way.
Jesus is the answer
For the world today.
There's no other.
Robert, what's up?
Jesus is the way.
Bless you, my brother. Bless you, bless you.
Jesus is
Jane, how you doing? How you doing, Jane?
for the world
Happy
today.
Friday, happy Friday.
There's no other.
Jesus is the way.
Jesus is the answer.
For the world today. Above him there is no other. Jesus is the way.
If you have some Christians in the corners of
Your
your mind
mind.
and traces of discouragement, you cannot find
Come on, talk to him.
reflections of the past.
Right?
They seem to face you every day.
Yes.
One thing I know for sure, Jesus is the way.
One thing we're sure of.
Jesus is the answer for the world today. There's no other. Jesus is the way. Jesus is the answer for the world today. Above him there's no other.
Jesus is the way.
Jesus is the answer.
Rose, how you doing, Rose?
for the world
Blessings,
today.
Rose. Blessings,
There's
blessings,
no other.
blessings.
Jesus is the way.
What, the commissioner? What?
Jesus is the
Where you say, Karen?
answer.
Why me just a wait for his signal them and I watch God work, you know? Eh,
There's
Trust
no
me.
other.
Jesus is the way. Jesus is the answer for the world today. Above him there's no other. Jesus is the way. See that little girl that just warm my spirit. Just a listen. A little baby, you know? Little baby, probably about, what, 5-year-old or 6? 6 the most. She have a voice and me, I tell her. It's just a blessing for hear the message through the children. Child shall lead the way. Antonio. And me I tell her, say, yo, look on her. There's no other. Jesus is the way. Glenn, how you doing? So we are start off the show before we go into the politics, you know. Above him there is no other. That Jesus is the way.
Jesus is the answer
For the world. Watch out, man. Watch out. Watch out.
There's no other. Jesus is the way.
Sure.
Jesus is
There we go.
the
Yeah.
answer for the world today.
Look what you sing.
There's no other. Jesus is the way. Jesus is the answer for the world.
She's blind? I didn't know. I didn't even know that. She blind? I never know.
Jesus is the answer
For the world today.
there's no other. Jesus
I don't know about that. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't think she is.
if you have
No, man. Her eyes them functioning, man. You can't see her eye them. Yeah, man. Her eye them functioning.
traces of discouragement, cannot find reflections of the past. They seem to face you and
Yes.
one thing I knew for sure, that Jesus
This is the way. Yo, and she does. She have Empress, how you doing?
for the world today.
Little girl want me out here, man. I tell her.
There's no other.
Jesus is the way.
Jesus is the answer for the world today. Above him there's no other.
Jesus is the way.
Jesus is the answer
Oh my goodness, I could listen to that all day on loop.
for
All day on loop, I could listen to that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the platform. Empress, I see you. Yvette, I see you. What? What Yvette say? But this person just blaspheme. I hope you repent. Mighty God. The person said Jesus is not the answer, Andrew is. No, man. Hey, the apostle did say that the devils are going to show up, you know, man. First time I seen that person, Yvette Gooden. No, this young lady is not blind, but her voice is TikTok. Oh God, don't have to get some of this.
world today.
Can't have to get some of that blessing at TikTok. Listen up. We just start the life on TikTok. TikTok, listen up.
Jesus is the answer
Come on now.
for the world today.
That's right.
Above him there's
No other. Jesus is the way. Jesus is the answer.
for the world today. Above him there's
Okay.
no other. Jesus is the way.
Sonia, how you doing? Happy Friday?
If you have some questions
Yes.
in the corners of
You're mine. Come on now.
traces of discouragement,
Trevon.
cannot
Blessings,
find
blessings, blessings.
reflections of the past.
Yes.
They seem to face you.
Angela, good afternoon. How you doing?
One thing I knew for sure, that Jesus is the way.
Yes, yes, yes.
Jesus is the answer.
For the world today. Above him there's no other. Jesus is the way. Jesus is the answer for the world today.
Above him there's no
Tick tock, tick tock.
Jesus is the way.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Is the
That little girl there, that little girl there. All right, people. Good day. Welcome to the platform. My name is BOLO V&R. Oftentimes I have ask myself the question about the Jamaica Labour Party. It's like I am validated more and more in my statement of there's not one amongst the JLP, not one individual amongst the JLP. Kirk, what? There's not one amongst the JLP in their power structure, their parliament, that is true, just, and has integrity. I have not recognized any, but I am a mere man, so I'm still searching. And you know, Mati Samuda was one of them that I thought kind of separated himself from, you know, certain things, and I was observing him and watching him like, you know, is he doing his job? You know what I'm saying? It appears that way. How are you doing, Nerida? I wasn't really focused on him, you know. But I never saw him coming up in too much bangarang or... The only thing that was suspect was the secret deal between the company and NEPA in regards to the environmental issue that took place. I think it's in down our Sulphur Lake, down there, so the Ocho River. What is the river name? Yeah, there was a little ice spill and thing, and they had a secret deal. So I never really focused my energy on Mati Samuda as an individual in politics. Outside of the hypocrisy that the Jamaica Labour Party attacked Mark Golding on in regards to, you know, his lineage and where he born, and I found it hypocritical that Mati Samuda never born here, and him never stand up and say in him own a party and say, yo, brother, I want to attack Mark Golding pan that and me born outside of Jamaica. I think of England in born. Him don't born here. Granted, based off the laws and the rules that govern us, nothing is wrong with Matthew Samuda being you know, a part of the Commonwealth basically. Christopher, big up, if I'm not mistaken. But that's not the point. He never came in the defense of his fellow man based off paper. Matthew Samuda never came in the defense of Mark Jefferson Golding, right? And the labor rights were pushing that Mark don't come from here and he must go back to England, him a white man, right? So I saw that a little bit hypocritical, but outside that, somebody just called me and mess up. Oh, why they not call me, Pop? No, I'm not taking any calls, ladies and gentlemen. Please, nobody call me. Are you guys hearing me on BOLO V&R 2.0? I'm not taking any calls. You know, I'm going to deactivate that chip. Hold on there. Let me just deactivate this. Yeah, man, I can't deal with this, brother. Yeah, man, no cars can come in now. Because I don't want nobody to disturb my live stream. And I don't even... Sonia, no sound? Hold on there. I'm live. What do you mean if me live? You don't see me live, Christopher? If I y'all call me... Hey, yeah, you guys are hearing me on BOLO V&R. Can you hear me? Can you hear me on BOLO V&R 2.0? I remember, guys, become a member of the platform. Let me see if you can hear me. Member of the platform. Okay, you can hear me. You can hear me. I welcome you guys to become a member of the platform on BOLO V&R 2.0. Yes, Glenn, I realize that you guys can hear me. So, back to what I was saying. I truly never, outside of the hypocrisy of not, you know, supporting Kirk, thank you. Outside of the hypocrisy of not supporting Mark Jefferson Golding um, as a, as the lineage of Mark Golding is to England with his father and his mother, right? Not that he wasn't born here, but there. Where I say, Bev, there's a connection there. So outside of the hypocrisy of him not supporting Mark Jefferson Golding, I don't see, I never saw Matthew Samuda as a tainted government official at that point. Now that has changed. Even with the situation with the company and the secret deal, I understood that the office of the prime minister is where he was the one really dealing with certain things, right? I found it very strange, the secret deal, to be honest with you. I landed that squarely on the back of Andrew Holness. I never looked at Matthew Samuda. I never did. But today, that has changed, ladies and gentlemen. That has changed. And it's quite unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate. I know a lot of us as Jamaicans are not locked into the care for our environment. So this conversation, a lot of you are not going to see, unfortunately, how serious it is and how important it is that we really keep an eye on this. This, to me, is going to be an environmental crisis if the Jamaica Labour Party is not removed by the Most High. It is going to be an environmental crisis the way how they are dealing with NEPA. Let's listen to the Member of Parliament from St. Mary, Mr. Omar Newell, the Shadow Minister of Environment and Climate Resilience. Listen to this.
Minister for Environment and Climate Resilience, I'm calling on the government to immediately transfer the National Environment and Planning Agency from the Ministry of Economic Growth and Infrastructure Development to the Ministry of Environment and Climate Change. NEPA currently falls under the Ministry of Economic Growth and Infrastructure Development, whose portfolio minister is the Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Holness. As a result, the same portfolio responsible for promoting major infrastructure expansion and economic growth also oversees Jamaica's principal environmental regulator. This is not tenable. Environmental regulation must not only be independent, it must be seen to be independent. When the authority approving large-scale developments sits within the same portfolio driving those developments, the perception of conflict becomes unavoidable. Jamaica has previously structured its environmental governance differently and more coherently. Under the second administration of Portia Simpson Miller, NEPA operated within the Ministry of Water, Land, Environment and Climate Change, giving environmental policy and regulation a clear institutional home while formally integrating climate change at the ministerial level. That arrangement demonstrated that development and environmental integrity can coexist within a framework that protects regulatory credibility. International models reflect a similar principle. In the United Kingdom, the Environmental Agency operates under the Department for Environment, Food and Rural Affairs, rather than an Economic Growth Ministry. In the United States, the Environmental Protection Agency functions as an independent federal agency. In each case, environmental oversight is structured to maintain institutional insulation and public trust. I welcome the creation of a Ministry of Environment and Climate Change, but that ministry's effectiveness depends on regulatory alignment. A ministry tasked with climate resilience and environmental protection cannot be fully effective if the country's principal regulator remains outside its supervision. Policy without regulation or regulatory authority weakens coherence and accountability. This moment demands institutional clarity. At a time when Jamaica faces stronger hurricanes, coastal erosion, and increasing water insecurity, we cannot afford governance arrangements that undermine confidence in environmental decision making. Sustainable development requires balance, transparency, and structural integrity. I'm urging the government to realign NEPA and the Natural Resources Conservation Authority under the Ministry of Environment and Climate Change and to strengthen statutory safeguards to ensure transparency and regulatory independence. Environmental protection must never appear subordinate to economic expansion. Our governance framework must reflect long-term national interests.
At pnp.org.jm or check us out on Facebook.
And don't worry, I'm going to revisit that article. This is Mati Samuda's response. Samuda knocks PMP's misguided call to move NEPA to Environment Ministry. Listen to Mati Samuda here.
National Environment and Planning Agency. What person should be arguing about is whether or not. The reality, I don't think you understand the full construct of NEPA. NEPA is National Environment and Planning Agency. What person should be arguing about is whether or not NEPA should remain in its current form, meaning should the environment and planning subjects be coupled in the way that we would have done since I believe the late 90s or early 2000s. Where an agency sits is really neither here nor there. No minister can operate outside of the legal and regulatory framework that exists. NHT has never existed in the Ministry of Housing. I don't know many listeners know that. The JDF has never been subject to the instruction of the Minister of National Security. Customs has never been in national security. The primary role is border protection under the Ministry of Finance. What you have to look at is really legal and regulatory framework and determine whether or not it best suits your environmental goals. Under the former Ministry of Economic Growth and Jobs.
I don't know why it's not playing. Give me a second, let me just refresh the page and try again.
Former Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation. You've had the greatest strides you've ever had in environmental protection and restoration in Jamaica's history, and that's beyond debate. You've had the largest areas of Jamaica's landmass being protected. You've updated every single policy that governs how you function in NEPA, how you function in WRA, how you function in the Forestry Department, how you function in all of your agencies. So I'm not sure where place is really a particularly big issue. The reality is more than 60% of the work undertaken by NEPA is planning related. The environmental agencies include the Forestry Department, which manages your land and its land use. It includes WRA, which manages your wetlands. The reality, I don't think you understand the full construct of NEPA. NEPA is...
So, right off the gate, Mati Samuda is stating that Omar Newell, the very educated Omar Newell, doesn't understand the construct of NEPA. Mati Samuda says it doesn't matter where an environmental agency, environmental and planning agency, planning for what? The environmental part is the focus. Let's go to this, ladies and gentlemen. Because according to Mati Samuda, Omar Newell doesn't understand the intricacies of the operations of NEPA and what NEPA is for. Crystal, how are you doing? Last summer, bonus happy Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, I am open. I am open to all the abundance that the Lord would grant me today on this Friday. So, wanna feel free if you bless up the cash app, bless up the super chat. You understand? It's Friday. You know what I mean? And you know, we work tirelessly, although we're not cable and wireless. Anyway, NEPA. What is NEPA's mandate? This is what we have to look into. The National Environment and Planning Agency in Jamaica is an executive agency under the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation. No, that's not what I want. I want what is their mandate. So, environmental protection is a mandate. Right off of the bat. The environmental protection is the mandate of NEPA. Managing biodiversity, ecosystem, protecting areas and addressing pollution control. Now, in recent time, where the secret deal is concerned, would you say that NEPA was operating in the best interest of protecting the environment when they did a secret deal, ladies and gentlemen, with a company that violated the environment to the point where NEPA would not support, or the government would not support anybody that sued this particular company? If that is not a clear breach of the mandate of NEPA, I don't know what is. So that was the first red flag for me that I knew about. Right? So NEPA, we can clearly say, is not operating within its mandate of protecting the environment. When you're going to strike secret deals with companies, or a company that had a environmental spill that affected the environment negatively. Good afternoon, how are you doing, Carl? Blessings to you. Good day, Marlene, how are you? Big up yourself. So, when Matthew Samuda is going to come out and say that it doesn't matter where NEPA is, ladies and gentlemen, isn't an environmental agency that's supposed to protect the environment supposed to be focused and independent in a ministry that deals with the environment? NEPA should not be involved in any ministry that is dealing with the capitalistic side of things. NEPA, how you doing, Zoe? How you doing? Blessings. Clear, how you doing? Blessings. Hi, how you doing, some unknown Libra? Big up. I'm good, how are you? So, the next mandate of NEPA is spatial planning, guiding development through land use policies. Guiding. Right? Orders and development orders and spatial planning to ensure orderly growth. So, why does NEPA have to be in the office of the Prime Minister to do that? Application management, processing permits and license for development, environmental and subdivision application. So they are the ones that give the license them. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as corrupt as the Jamaica Labour Party is, and that is the foundation, as corrupt as they are, the fact that Andrew Wallace is into development, his partner, that is a part of his office of the Prime Minister, is into development. His wife is into multiple development. When it comes on to their business, it is in their best interest to have these situations run smoothly, that they are either directly or indirectly involved in. How you doing, Celine? Because you can't be a part of real estate and you have your own personal projects that you're a part of. You have China Harbor and all of these other entities coming into Jamaica and, you know, building this and building that. The appearance of corruption is quite stink with NEPA being in the office of the Prime Minister, giving its mandate. Compliance and enforcement, monitoring adherence to environmental laws and enforcing regulation. How can NEPA enforce regulation in the office of the Prime Minister and in the office of development? The office of development is all about making some money and building. They don't necessarily thinking about the environment. NEPA needs to be a standalone entity, as Mr. Omar Newell stated. One of the need for cross is like island water. Let me tell you what it is kin to, ladies and gentlemen, where you can compare it to. Imagine a cigarette company doing the research of how cigarette is damaging to your lungs. When they put out the findings, if it affects their bottom dollar, you think they're gonna put out those findings? Or they're gonna paint the narrative in a way that, yeah, there's some, but it's not so bad. Because they want people to buy the cigarette them. Same thing with the juke. When the juke them was coming out, the operatives of the juke was telling that the juke them was the best thing since sliced bread. It was clear to me that a lot of these people were getting incentives from these companies or from somebody, right? Because later on down the line, the same juke them was banned in several countries and states in the United States. But in the initial stages, no man, everything good. This is what this looks like, ladies and gentlemen. NEPA original mandate. See, it says here, public education and policy, developing environmental policies and engaging in public outreach. This is NEPA. So I'm gonna go back to Denise. How you doing? I'm gonna go back to I be a bangarang in a Jamaica Labour Party, you know. Mighty God. This person say, I wish to formally state that I am no longer affiliated with the Jamaica Labour Party. After careful reflection, I have concluded that I can no longer be a part of this organization. This decision was not made lightly. It comes from a growing divergence between my personal principles and the direction in which the party and the broader machinery of government are currently being run. Mighty God, ball out Jamaica. No. Breaking news. Me there record something on live, you know. But me have it on mute. But me see something on it. I am no longer affiliated. And this a smart Arab show there with Babsy Grange. Real deep in our politics, you know. And that is the statement we I make. Wow. No, sir, the Friday hot. I hit me a look pan Doreen. I hit me a look pan. I hit me a record. And he need to start recording things them and put them out on YouTube. Because the man have some political masterclass sessions more time. Tickums, how you doing, my baby? Welcome, happy Friday. Wanna show say me I want teacher, but wanna show on brethren with some gifts, no man. Show on the brethren. Ryan Campbell, what's going on? It is a damn shame. Shower on the brethren with some gifts today on the Friday here, ladies and gentlemen. TikTok, YouTube. Well, me know say BOLO V&R clips. We have to just bless up the cash app. BOLO V&R 2.0. We have the cash app. Well, All I want to have the cash up. All I want to, well, YouTube want to have the Zelle information. It's right there pinned down. Have the Prestige, big up. I want to have the, what do you call it now? The PayPal. Yeah. And me here say, how true it is. Me here say YouTube take 45% of super chats. Me not tell a lie, me love see look something them a pop up and people are comment, you know, it look green and it look orange. It just light up the chat and it give a vibe. Me like that, so me love see the super chat them, me not tell no lie. You understand? Me not tell no lie. Where say Andrea talk about it too? Me know, but it's a hot topic. This is a hot topic. But back to the environment. We are going to listen. A while ago I had how much people watching. Are you guys hearing me? I'm not, you know, I'm gonna call something there. Anissa Belarus. See if she can remember. And if she can find a something for me. The news clip. See if we can find her. You guys are hearing me clearly. Last one, big up yourself. Also, I was out because I realized that the numbers just totally dropped. And I was wondering what the hell is going on. Oh my God. Let me see if we can get Anissa. Hopefully she's not too busy. So when I look at the guys, when I look at the NEPA deal and I look at certain developments and how weather patterns that was clear was not observed and these buildings got clearance to build how they were built. You have to wonder, where was NEPA? You understand, in these instances? Why did they approve the architecture for the building knowing that, you know, those areas are flood prone and them low? You would have to approve a building that is above free. You feel what I say? And the fact that them dig now and go under more, it compromises the situation even more. Me know I look at something, you know, because my major is architecture and I need to go back to school, you know. I need to go back to school. Hold on there. Let me try Mr. Wayne Loan some. Because them money, are encyclopedia when it comes to the thing, you know. General, me live. Me I try to remember one structure where the parking lot they flood out. Who they own that project there?
Alright, so them NHD, and to make NHD build too much billion, like a 2 billion project. And more.
Yes.
And then they build one at the tower, as them build it flood out.
So
we have to pay like 50 million to the people them with the car and thing.
So me I talk about NEPA right now. So wouldn't NEPA advise them how to construct the building and the approval?
No,
to
so
say,
NEPA be with the environment part, them should have been in because our overall government and Florida.
right.
You have those adjustments get them to community and then NEPA will pass some things and go pass some things. When they have build things in the corporate era, what the man them need to do is you have to build wider sewer, wider everything, drainage and everything. Them don't do that.
Okay.
And not do so everything over here. It's like you mash up the place.
Oh, so are really the building designer them are for them is that?
Yeah, because NHD, the whole government structure fail.
You're right.
All of them fail.
Right.
Because them should have do it with NEPA, every one of them fail. Because every one of them should have come and say, hey, you know, this we need to put in this before we build them. Because high-rise building in the place and that. Them not do not. Them add to the whole structure and black out for them a black out.
Right.
You notice up in the New Kingston again, a lady house in flooded first time. Because them build a next building and the black goes.
Yes, me just want to talk about a while ago. Because the building them never did there and before it never went a flood out.
Yeah, and them black off and look water and things. So when them just put up something, them not really add not the sewer.
Yeah.
You know, some road that dig up them up, build not put in nothing in it. So
Right.
add on to the whole thing and it can give enough more problem. Even standing go were big, so you know, see it full of silt and thing. You must have clean it and thing, not clean. And And the need to get serious now and start, when you're adding these things, you have to build up the thing, man, and change up some things. You can't just add and build some building and add on to the same old swan, the same old waterway, drainage and all kind of things. It never work. The problem is hard to solve now.
My
You have
God.
to solve it, you have to dig up road, find place to go put that one, and you see them just not build.
Right.
Them get nothing about it, you know. So it's bad.
It's bad.
Serious about it?
Alright, respect the general.
Yeah, man, alright.
Alright. Yeah, teacher just give me some clarity. So that would have be the not NEPA. Right? That would have be the builder them. You know what I mean? That would have be the builder them because them not construct the building them. And then whoever approve the structure them for build like how them build. I really want total government. It's a total government failure. What kind of embarrassment that you build building through NHT and then I know I go off topic right now, but you build building through NHT and you not build the building in such a way where the whole place flood out, brother. That are straight negligence, no one, and then they have to pay so much money. And what a waste. If they did the things the right way, then they wouldn't have no problem. But back to NEPA now. So this is what Mr. Newell is asking for, ladies and gentlemen.
Economic growth and infrastructure development, whose portfolio minister is the Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Holness. As a result, the same portfolio responsible for promoting major infrastructure expansion and economic growth also oversees Jamaica's principal environmental regulator. This
Sonia, nobody want your Sonia. Sonia, me not pressure nobody, Sonia. You don't have to explain nothing at all. You don't have to explain nothing at all. Just thank you for your support. From your like up and share up your life, thank you for your support. Me appreciate it. You don't have to explain a thing, mama. We understand, we know. You understand what I deal with? Yeah, man. Those who are capable to donate will donate. You understand? That are the only thing what I say. From them capable and willing and appreciate the platform, those are the three things you would need to get donations. A capable donator, a willing donator, and somebody will have it to donate. Simple. So we don't worry about them things there. You see it? We give God thanks and we just do what we are doing. You see what I say? Yeah.
is not tenable. Environmental regulation must not only be independent, it must be seen to be independent. When the authority approving large-scale developments sits within the same portfolio driving those developments, the perception of conflict becomes unavoidable.
Exactly.
Jamaica has previously structured its environmental governance differently and more coherently. Under the second administration of Portia Simpson Miller, NEPA operated within the Ministry of Water, Land, Environment and Climate Change, giving environmental policy and regulation a clear institutional home while formally integrating climate change at the ministerial level.
So, the way our Mama P did it, you know, the lines were not blurred. You see, the Jamaica Labour Party is comfortable with blurring the lines, you know. They're comfortable with the appearance of corruption. I'm telling you, I am not a prophet, but you're going to probably hear about another scandal within right there, so. Especially when it comes to NEPA. Because more often than not, you see, anytime the Jamaica Labour Party members them jump out and they make it look like, say, the concerns of the People's National Party. I mean, he doesn't really understand how this works. He doesn't really understand. I'll play it back.
That arrangement demonstrated that development and environmental integrity can coexist within a framework that protects regulatory credibility. International models reflect a similar principle. In the United Kingdom, the Environmental Agency operates under the Department for Environment, Food and Rural Affairs, rather than an Economic Growth Ministry. In the United States.
So, Mr. Newell, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Newell is hold on there. Wait, I try reload. Mr. Newell's position is backed by research and experience. The experience of Mama P in her leadership and also looking at major countries that operate within this space. Big countries and how they actually deal with these types of situations. How they actually manage, keep it honest, big up. Horace, big up. Maureen, big up. How they actually manage, T1 family, big up. How they actually manage an agency like that. Right? The same way how Mama P did it is the same model these first class countries. You know, first world countries. That's how they do it. You cannot have, you should not have NEPA in the Office of Development and project development, and it shouldn't happen. It's a no-brainer. It really isn't. That's why it's so disappointing to hear the position of Matthew Samuda. It's very disappointing, ladies and gentlemen. Very disappointing.
The Environmental Protection Agency functions as an independent federal agency. In each case, environmental oversight is structured to maintain institutional insulation and public trust. I welcome the creation of a Ministry of Environment and Climate Change, but that ministry's effectiveness and environmental integrity can coexist within a framework that protects regulatory credibility. International models reflect a similar principle. In the United Kingdom, the Environmental Agency operates under the Department for Environment, Food and Rural Affairs, rather than an Economic Growth Ministry. In the United States, the Environmental Protection Agency functions as an independent federal insulation and public trust. I welcome the creation of a Ministry of Environment and Climate Change, but that ministry's effectiveness depends on regulatory alignment. A ministry tasked with environmental oversight is structured to maintain institutional insulation and public trust. I welcome the creation of a Ministry of Environment and Climate Change, but that ministry's effectiveness depends on regulatory alignment. A ministry tasked with climate resilience and environmental protection cannot be fully effective if the country's principal regulator. This moment demands institutional clarity. At a time when Jamaica faces stronger hurricanes, coastal erosion, and increasing water insecurity, we cannot afford governance arrangements that undermine confidence in environmental decision-making. Sustainable development requires balance, transparency, and structural integrity. I'm urging the government to realign NEPA and the Natural Resources Conservation Authority under the Ministry of Environment and Climate Change, and to strengthen statutory safeguards to ensure transparency and regulatory independence. Environmental protection must never appear subordinate to economic expansion. Our governance framework must reflect long-term national interests.
At pnp.org.jm or check.
I think that is a sound argument, ladies and gentlemen. I think that is a sound argument, right? Very sound argument. Stop blurring the lines. When it comes to the environment, you know, we really have to be more meticulous in terms of protecting it. You understand? Are more stringent, right? Because it's very fickle, especially when you look at the monsters that we're seeing in terms of hurricane and stuff like that. Environmental resilience, right? Structural resilience, where our development is concerned, have to be more stringent. Look at the situation in St. Mary. You guys saw the video? With the side of the bridge at the road. So you know so that the bridge they gone soon, right? Because amount of rain will fall this alone and water pass through this. Yo, water is so... And that's our next conversation. Water is so persistent and so unassuming. 1 minute, nothing happen, and you think say everything good, and the next minute, a total does destruction. Total destruction. You don't see the damage sometimes, because sometimes the damage is underground when it comes to water. Because you look on the top of the service, you now look underground. Right? How you doing, Babsy? How much of us didn't know about these underground, what they call them? Plateau? What they call them? I don't remember what they name. And when the rain fall the other day and the water rise up down on Mandeville, Manchester, I first time hear the terminology in the newspaper. It full up the aquifer. Yes. Who didn't know about aquifer? Environmental protection, brother, is a serious science. Them people need to be independent, like seriously. I agree totally with Mr. Omar Newell. And I respect him research because him looking to the UK and him looking at USA. 2 models of Jamaica, 1 are influenced by our fella. No, Simon, it's called aquifer. Aquifer. That is the specific word I was looking for. Aquifer. Look up what an aquifer is. Listen to this from Matthew Samuel.
The reality, I don't think you understand the full construct of NEPA. NEPA is National Environment and Planning Agency. What person should be arguing about is whether or not NEPA should remain in its current form, meaning should the environment and planning subjects be coupled in the way that we would have done since, I believe, the late 90s or early 2000s. Where an agency sits is really neither here nor there. No minister can operate.
Where an agency sits, it's neither here nor there. Where an agency sits, it's neither here nor there. Jamaica, you not hear this? Where an agency sits, is neither. I think this statement is going to come back to haunt him. Where an agency sits and where it operates from, it's neither here nor there, according to Matthew Samuda. Let's continue.
Outside of the legal and regulatory framework that exists. NHT has never existed in the nation. Subjects be coupled in the way that we would have done since, I believe, the late 90s or early 2000s. Where an agency sits is really neither here nor there. No minister can operate outside of the legal and regulatory framework that exists. NHT.
No minister can operate outside of the legal framework. Is that true? Except for Daryl Vaz. So that's not true. That's not accurate. Daryl Vaz operates outside of the legal framework all the time. Since recently, it was I will do it again because the ends justify the means.
Really neither here nor there. No minister can operate outside of the legal and regulatory framework that exists. NHT.
That's not true. That's not accurate. That is not accurate. What is the consequences for a minister? How are you doing, Matthew? What is the consequences for a minister to operate outside of the legal framework? What is the consequences? How can you say that they cannot? So, I believe this is misleading from Mati Samuda. It misleads the audience into thinking that really and truly, you know, this is what I'm hearing from him. Doesn't matter where the agency is. No minister can operate outside the law. The framework, they cannot. It's not possible. And that. So, I want to take it easy. I think he's spreading false confidence on the people. Yeah. The Jamaica Labour Party broke every rule. They break every rule. They broke every rule to the point where they created that's why you wear the color white color. What? That's why you wear the color white color. What do you mean by that? Simon, what do you mean by that? Yeah, I think this is dangerous. I think it's very misleading. And it's something to keep an eye on Jamaica. Imagine all these projects coming up for the cities, the smart cities. We see where the urban center was built in an area and a peer problem. Urban center, peer problem. I'm telling you. I don't know who can do an audit on this. I don't know. But some assessment needs to be made about the effectiveness of NEPA in the office of the Prime Minister. Because this is a genuine concern, you know. Andrew Ones told us that carrying ADPEM in his office was going to make ADPEM more effective and efficient. Have you guys seen effectiveness and efficiency from ADPEM yet? After 4 months after the storm? No, sorry. 5 months, going into 5 months now. After tomorrow, we're going to go into 5 months. So have you guys seen effective and effectiveness and efficiency from ADPEM in the office of the Prime Minister? Are the gaps that he spoke about gone, or are they still there? So I question, off this backdrop, I question the effectiveness of NEPA in that capacity where that office is focused on development and capitalism and money. Not necessarily anything to do with protecting the environment. And therein lies the potential conflict of interest. Therein lies the appearance of corruption. For a party that has been marred with so much corruption, you would think that they would want to ease the people's minds in regards to how things look. The man them not have no, brother, yo. It is unbelievable. It is unbelievable to me how the man them actually go on. Mass Control, big up yourself with the donation to the super chat. Respect. Thank you so much. Respect for that. Mass Control, me never know say something there them man, England and them man. When you see the pound symbol beside the thing, you know what time it is, you know. Big up yourself, man. Respect. So, like I said, a lot of people don't really care for the environment here in Jamaica. We are terrible stewards of the environment. I will say that we are terrible, in my opinion, stewards of the environment sometimes. Real talk. And I think there's a lot of things we can clean up on. And the government has to do their part, you know. That's why NEPA needs to be independent. Because even with garbage collection, ladies and gentlemen, that's a part of, you know, keeping the environment clean. UK is still cold. You soon get some sun. Might stay warm and stay safe, you know, Virgin. You want to stay warm and stay safe.
Never existed in the Ministry of Housing. I don't know how many listeners know that. The JDF has never been subject to the instruction operate outside of the legal and regulatory framework that exists. NHT has never existed in the Ministry of Housing. I don't know how many listeners know that.
NHT has never operated and been in the Ministry of Housing. So now he's comparing the NHT to NEPA. What do you think about that? Yeah, this is the nastiest I've ever seen Jamaica. And you remember when the wife of the Prime Minister talked about on a campaign that, you know, the PMP place them always dirty? Yeah, man. Hey, God always ashamed them, you know? God always ashamed them. You don't realize? God gotta work on this government there, you know? All they have to do is open your eyes to see. Oh, God, I work on the government there. May I listen to one live from Pastor Peter Chambers when he do yesterday. Big up Pastor Peter Chambers. But no, before me say that, NHT not being in the Ministry of Housing, we can't see how that coincide with NEPA. I can't see how that coincide with NEPA, you know. NHT is a partner, is a bank. NHT deal with our contribution, pull it up, and it's supposed to aid in the development of housing for poor people. You feel me I deal with? How you gonna compare NHT to NEPA? NEPA mandate is to protect the environment, for oversee regulation. Come on, Matty Samuda, that not sound too bright. That not sound too bright, Jamaica. How am I going to compare NHT to NEPA? Granted, both of them are government agencies, but look at the function. Look at the function. What does NHT regulate? NHT not regulate nothing. NHT not protect anything. I don't understand how you come by that. And you see, this is why journalists, you know, have to be sharp mentally, you know. Journalists have to be sharp mentally, and they also have to be non-partisan. You feel me? I say are as non-partisan as possible. Especially when you're dealing with the ruling government. And the ruling government that has the track record of the Jamaica Labour Party. I believe that all the journalists is supposed to go into these off principle alone based on how things are running. The Jamaica Labour Party has done enough to show us who they are over this last 10-year period. Right? You see, Dirty Batty Jerry, may I listen to Andre. And Dirty Batty Jerry at Taboa. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. The Prime Minister is Prime Ministerial. If the Prime Minister was so Prime Ministerial, may I come off our environment now. If the Prime Minister was so Prime Ministerial, why the US Congressman are threatening consequences against Jamaica PM for Cuba statement? Tell me now. Explain that to me. Explain that to me. Where is that? That's why it's called National Housing Trust. Exactly. National Housing Trust. It's like a bank. It's like a bank. What is wrong with these people, bro? It's literally like a bank. See it here? Carlos A. Gimes. See the tweet here, Jamaica? See the tweet here? See there? If Andrew Wallace was so presidential or prime ministerial, I harshly condemn this and find it lamentable that the JLP, Lord of Mercy, Jamaica, them in a trouble, you know. Andrew Wallace in a trouble. The Mr. Carlos did not say the government of Jamaica, you know. He singled out the JLP. Market me, not me. Want to see how much trouble the Jamaica Labour Party in? Want to see how the Jamaica Labour Party in a hot water globally. But I feel like say China now watch Andrew. You know. Jamaica, don't trick on yourself and think say China now watch Andrew Wallace. Don't trick on yourself. Andrew Wallace is trying to tippy-toe the lines. Him thinks him too skilled. Him thinks him is the master of chess. You know? Somebody thinks he's a master until he buck up in a real one, you know. Everybody think they're a master until they buck up in a real one. Who watched Dragon Ball Z? Who watched Dragon Ball Z? Frieza the thing say him are the strongest in the universe until him buck up in our Super Saiyan. The higher the JLP climb, the more they expose. I'm telling you. The man said that he lamented that the JLP, not the government of Jamaica, not the PMP, the JLP would cover up for the moribund dictatorship in Cuba. I am not saying that there's a dictatorship in Cuba. I am saying this man is saying that the JLP, Andrew Holness-led government, would cover up for the moribund dictatorship in Cuba when the Castro regime repeatedly intervened in Jamaica's politics to exacerbate partisan tensions and undermine the JLP. You know what I'm hearing from this? I am hearing from this. This is confirming what we all know. The CIA's involvement with the JLP over the years to destroy the relationship between Cuba and Jamaica and not have Cuba have an influence on Jamaica. That's what this is confirming. So, what I'm hearing from Mr. Carlos A. Gimenez is, Andrew, how dare you? Remember who you is, boy. Remember who you is. Remember who the JLP is, boy. Jamaica will face consequences. Andrew, you forgot what JLP is? You forgot say, UNO as an entity is an agent for America's agenda? From ever since. Everybody know that. You forgot? So how dare you come, a carry come, and try to stand with Cuba? You're out of order. You're damn out of order, and there will be consequences. Jamaica will face consequences. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm not sorry for Andrew, you know. I'm not sorry for Margadak, and they will turn around by it. Everything, every pressure where Andrew face, mentally, spiritually, he deserve everything. Tiffy, what's up? Him deserve everything. Him is wicked. And there's more to come. The apostle did tell we. You understand? The apostle did tell us. How you doing, my baby? How's your Friday going? Blessings to you, sweetheart. Right? No, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew never said nothing wrong in a nice speech, you know. He never said nothing wrong. But he know the position of the JLP and who the JLP aligned with for a long time. And you go violate. On your way to church, pray for me. Pray for me, my sister. And I thank you in advance. Right? Because the man retweet Andrew Jones' tweet, you know. We speak plainly about what is happening in Cuba, says Andrew Jones. Cuba is our Caribbean neighbor. This is true. Their doctors and teachers have supported countries across our region. This is true. Including Jamaica. This is true. Our histories are connected, and we care deeply about the Cuban people, which we should. But Andrew, if you did care deeply about the Cuban people, when Rubio them did come the other day and come snatch your soul from you and make you know what time it is, why you never keep the Cuban doctor them? With our healthcare under crisis, why you never stand on business, Andrew? Don't answer that. Let me tell you why. Because you're compromised. You are 100% compromised. You're uncertain. USA have your ticket. You see, if it was a Mark Jefferson Golden, no, listen, America will do the thing and, you know, tariff and all them type of something, right? But you see, when you have a leader with integrity and one that actually have an economic plan to grow the economy, one that is not corrupt, and the ministers of government now siphon off money in them pocket, and they're not thief with tax dollars. When you have a party that is using the money for what it should be used for, even with the pressures coming from the United States for us to disown Cuba, under Mark Jefferson Golden, we would not need to disown Cuba. We could stand on principle. Under P.J. Patterson, we would not need to disown Cuba. You have to understand diplomacy. The PMP position on Cuba is very clear now. And USA knows that. And them have to what? As bad as things be, them have to respect it because it is what it is. We're socialists. You understand? We're socialists. So Andrew in a serious hot water, and unfortunately, as the leader of the country, Jamaica will get the spill off. Or you want a vice? I never know, sir. I think an accident when they send the request. Hold on there. Let me hear what you say. Let me accept it. Talk to us, T family. What you say? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yeah. Y'all been in the background and play? Yeah, me hear myself. Yeah, me hear myself.
Oh, on the box,
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to take off
Hold
that.
on, please. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You see him, I see him redream. Labor riders come for work for CIA from morning, so I don't know why them are disown and behave like I know that them are advocate.
Exactly. Me not
The
understand.
thing is,
True thing. True thing.
when them remember say, when we brother them Cuba do for Jamaica, America has never done anything like it.
Me not go that. Me not go that far. Me not go that far because I mean, America has done things for Jamaica, and we have benefited from it. But this is the thing: Jamaica have to operate like Singapore. You understand? Singapore deal with trade. Singapore is a small entity, so Singapore not get involved in the back and forth between you and them. They make it clear. Ah, my general, there you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah, man. Go through.
Reality, but like how you cut it short, my boss.
Yeah, man.
Reality, what the government need to do is to invest in them people them and stop pay the outer world mine. Stop pay everybody else mine and then if your people them for waste and kill out your people them from. Who for your generator and for your build your thing and them you get rid of. So how you gonna have strength and that's why you run for strength all about because you
nah, look within. You nah look within. Ah, you nah look within. You nah look within, my boss.
You're shit in your nest. Your cholera go kill you now. And that kill labor right because they're not, when we say now, spread the love, brother.
Yes. We agree with you, Bridget.
Spread the love. We're not too prejudiced with the governance of our money.
Yes.
That can't work.
No.
All the food in the pocket is going on.
Right.
People them will generate the budget in our country, them now get as much.
Right.
Them now get nothing for generate out of. You get me?
Mommy, you did not lock the gate.
Yet still, you know, go like say, you know, and chop on.
I don't go there now.
You see, bag of corruption. Tell them, you know, the 100 days done, you know, so everything where them are do wrong, you know, come to pass now, you know.
Yes, it has show up.
Everything where they under the carpet,
Yeah, man.
crawl out, right now.
All I nastiness.
All I rubbish and the garbage where them are stored up under the carpet, it has come out now.
Yeah.
And a long time I've been a show some people these things and them
no want to hear it.
Why? Them no want to hear it. Because everybody die-hearted. And that's the problem in the country.
Straight.
We don't want a real governance. We don't give on the rights. Because people like governance in country, you know, people for govern the country, you know, because we decide who go up there, you know, or represent we, you know. And the people are so stupid, bro. The people are so brainwashed.
That's a fact. But you see, when I think about it that is by design too, you know. Because this party has not invested in education.
Has never invested in education.
They're not investing in it.
One school. The Bustamante himself sure we say him not like we.
Saltfish better than education, brother.
They know that the man tell you first, then if a man tell you, alright, so let's see when man them instill in a Ella one them down we, you know, bro. So why that generation end up under the problem now? Because I train, you know, then get, I teach men to then get children live what they learn, bro.
Definitely. I don't know if you watch the video on the news with the lady in a, well, not on the news, well, me play it the other day, but I don't know if you see it.
Yeah, man, you they are playing.
Yeah, man, the lady where they are Western Kingston. Imagine Western Kingston a labor right place, brother.
Yeah, bro.
No PMP no win this so. How shameful and disgraceful it is that you have a member in that constituency that has seen them people that see Edward Siaga. Them people that see what name Bruce Golding. And now they have seen Desmond McKenzie for the longest. Right? And you're telling me that you have people in your constituency that is coming on here, coming on video to say that 3/4 of the youth them in the constituency they have no idea and they don't know their name, and the education is so low. Not my word, you know, brother. Not my word, you know. Somebody from your own constituency said that. The man then should have shame, Virgin.
Shame. Because them say, remember, you know, when you have sense, you know, then can't lead you, you know.
That is
You
it.
cannot be led.
That is it.
A free-minded person, what them call education and indoctrination, you know.
Ah, that is it. That is it. That is it.
That is not education.
It's not education. It's not education. Somebody say what? So this person is just a lab rat. Them just a repeat. The PMP will never run Jamaica again, no matter what you all say. It will never happen. This person is an enemy of progress, you know.
No.
And an enemy of the state, you know.
That man well trained, you know, lab rat, that man.
Yeah, man. No, it's an enemy of progress because
Yeah.
you can see a party and the examples of truth that is being displayed in terms of what they are doing and how they are affecting the country. And you see the negatives, and all you're concerned about is to come on here to say that the PMP will never. That's how you think in your mind and believe, but we're not subscribed to that because you know so the creator is real. You guys are going to witness the removal of this party by or before 2027, you know. We're not going to see it. By, no, the apostle say by or before 2027. So we are working with the exact wording where we get from the kingdom of heaven. By or before 2027, you're going to see the removal of this political party. And we're going to see for the first time a righteous leader run this country. For the first time. Because of God hands the inner that. We're not going to see it. But you see, God allowed them, you know. God allowed them to get there with September 3rd because God want them to in the office when He take them down. To show them up. It's, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be epic. It's going to be epic, but there's going to be casualties, unfortunately. You feel me? I deal with.
Is that thing for Simon?
It's going to be, I tell you, it's going to be epic. Because you look for Andrew is a fear, you know. Andrew is a fear, you know, T family. Andrew is a fear, you know. Who could have taken down fear in the Bible? God alone. No prophet couldn't take him down. God have to anger that by himself.
Look how he deal with Moses.
Then that me I try to tell you, brother. Look how he deal with Moses. And God alone could have deal with the man, brother.
Yeah, man.
Nobody can. The man the power levels right now. Where him dep on a highway. You can see it in his demeanor how him talk. Me no afraid of nobody.
But fam.
You see me?
So, why we supposed to afraid of him?
No, we're not supposed to afraid of him. That's the point. We're not supposed to afraid of him, you know. We're supposed to fear God. We're supposed to fear God.
We're not afraid of man, brother.
Yeah, that may I tell you, but enough people afraid of him. Enough people afraid of him. Enough.
You know what really I wonder still? The deal them when Mama P did sign with the Chinese them. I see them deal them a work off.
Well, I couldn't tell you that, you know, because I'm not privy to them conversation in them room there. I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think so.
I can't see them deal
I wouldn't
them,
think so.
remember good. Say, oh Mama PD say when time the China them there, only 5 years China them can spend and then never go.
Yeah, we have seen, listen, let me tell you something. You see the Chinese give you sweet deals, you know. So the Chinese know for rub butter puss mouth.
Yeah.
So if you
why sweet deal?
yeah, so if you is a compromised leader, you will make the Chinese get away with murder and not facilitate the best interests of the people of Jamaica. You understand? And when you really examine this administration, it raises eyebrows. Member say,
One big land war, me see them a go.
member say the Chinese them open one place down so, you know, where car are fixed, you know, and the man didn't have no license, you know, brother.
Yeah.
And when it bring to public attention, them get license, you know.
Yeah.
So them could have did it the whole time, you know, my general. And I operate with impunity, you know. You understand what I deal with? Tiffy, what's up?
Look at poor man where they in that garrison.
Can you hear me?
Hold on the T family. We have Tiffy in our building. Hold on there. Go ahead, Tiffy.
Hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, greetings. Me just have like one question. You probably don't know to answer, but me just want to put you out there because that is something that's puzzling me.
Right.
Maybe you have spoken about it, but my problem is two problems. Jamaica too focused on politics than what is happening in the country.
Okay.
And I'm up and me used to the up and down on TikTok and I had to take a break because it's frustrating. I don't hear no influencer or TikToker talking about the destruction that is coming towards the island.
Oh, I do. I do.
That's why I said I don't know if you talk about it or not. I think second time me come across your live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me not hear nobody talking about it. Everybody is just, the topic is either if I know Rosalie or somebody else and this
well,
politics.
I don't have those types of discussion. I don't have those types of discussion on here.
Yeah. But me say the others that
yeah, man.
Audience.
Yeah, man. It flood that.
And I'm like,
you're right. That type of conversation flood TikTok. You're right. You're right.
And I'm like, people are so blind because me just come from Jamaica, you know, because I was out there early this month for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
When me fly down here, when me see, I saw the island crying. And me said, these people don't know what's coming because when me out there, God showed me another vision.
Yes.
And you see the tsunami when me see her come.
Yeah.
Even me in the vision dropped down on my knees and said, God, me sorry.
Yes.
Forgive me. And me said the water washed with everything, mashed down everything. There was no communication on the island. And me said, I woke up trembling.
Yep.
I said, God, they don't know what's coming. They really don't know what's coming. And another time, me dip on one, it look like me dip on one hotel top in a mobile. And people just do their business. And me see tsunami, I build up from out to see her come. And me I shout, Jesus. I saw me I shout Jesus till my voice break and the water wash me away. But me did survive it. But when me look around, nobody saw what was coming. They were busy doing what they were doing. And me I said, so why are they so distracted with politics?
I mean, the answer to that is a spiritual one, you know, Tiffy, because
It is.
there's a lot of, and the apostles talked about it. On my platform, I expose and share what the apostles and the men of God talk about a lot. If you go on my YouTube, you will see a playlist pinned about the same tsunami. It is in every one of my description of my videos, and Nightbot actually post it every 5 minutes. Warn your family. And I've been doing it for the last 2 years because that's when I came across the information. Warn your family about this particular disaster that is coming to Jamaica. The people know about it, but they do not listen. They're not listening. They're like this, like what Sister Carrion said, they are like this. You see what I say? But as we say, it's a spiritual thing because the apostles them say they have altars. This government, this leadership is involved in it. They have altars all around the island, set up every part. The marine spirit is ripe in the country. You understand? Yes, so it keeps the people them being nullified. So that's why that consciousness so you are coming right now, like the biggest thing should be, we have to prepare for this disaster that is coming right? And the other thing is, hold on, TM family. The apostles have said, put the country in 3 days fasting and prayer. Declare it as leadership of the country. Andrew Williams has denied that for the last 7 years. He has not answered that call. Yeah.
You want to hear something? It's not the apostle, you know, God demand that 3 days.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Is as a servant of God, them give the message to the leader, say, God requires this.
I got that revelation from 2020.
Yes.
I even know where Andrew and his department is into. I mean, the receipts are there.
Yes.
I've sent that message to him on TikTok, to Babsy Grange, to some other people, to gospel artists.
Yes.
God said 3-day fasting. Radical Christian who come out from behind the church, gospel artists are going to go and do 3-day fasting in the city of Jamaica.
Yes.
Not a response from nobody.
Nobody.
The only person that responded was Apostle Peter Chambers. He said yes. God told him.
Yes.
He saw it.
And
as so comes me realize, so hold on, these people, they're into a lot of things.
Yes.
And the gatekeepers, they're preventing the truth to go in on the island,
right,
and the truth to come out of the island. Yes, man.
Yes, yes. Go ahead, TM. Where would I say now?
Yeah, actually, she said what me never say.
Okay. Yeah, man. I'm glad that she came up, you know, because I have exhausted the push to warn the people. They are not listening. They're not listening.
They don't want to hear it.
They don't want to hear it. I'm telling you, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. And it's getting closer now, because my mom showed me a man that is not even a pastor, I believe. Just a regular servant of God. And he literally got the mandate from God to go to certain places and warn the people about this disaster coming. And some of them are look upon him like a madman. And him don't business, him just do God work.
And I look them upon him like a madman. Them have him as a madman.
You understand? And the man just did it. And yeah. And I remember when
since the year started.
Yeah.
Sorry. Since
Go ahead.
The year started. Since the years, the first side, January this year, God gave me the vision of the tsunami. Right? When I come down on the land, I received 2 visions before I left the island. And it was a great big water flooding the island.
Yeah.
And only his righteous people were saved. The original prophecy that I received is, you see, when this leak, for the people them that didn't tell you, 90% of Jamaica is going to die. That's the original prophecy. And it's going to be worse than 80.
Wow.
Worse than 80. And then a new generation is going to rise up. That's the full prophecy.
Right.
After this flood, a new generation is going to rise up.
There's going to be a great revival.
Those who want to let them hear. Anybody who want to make it
but then Jamaica is so stubborn that it come again saying, you remember the days of when the Israelites came out of Egypt and then they turned ungrateful after they were saved. Jamaica is going to fall back into it. Because we're not listening.
That's a fact. That's true. It's very unfortunate. I mean,
I see a whole lot of people come and defend the government and defend this and defend that, and them still not see the actual picture of what really happened.
Look at this person. You will never live to see that happen to yours, lovely Jamaica. I mean, Black King. Let me ask you something. Do you see what's happening to the fabric of our society in terms of morally? You don't see the moral decay in the society. You don't see gatherings and obi and witchcraft and all types of things that God really frowns upon. You don't see that manifesting itself in Jamaica more and more. Do you see Jamaica as the principles? So hold on. This is what people do. So if you only see it in Jamaica, You are trying to question God's judgment and justification for God's judgment when he judges? Is that what you're trying to do? Obviously, there's other countries in the world that's going to face judgment as well. And when God decides, our sovereign God decides that their time for judgment is their time for judgment, it's going to be their time for judgment. And God has decided, based on what he has seen in this country, that is Jamaica's time for judgment. Jamaica has gotten several warnings. Jamaica has gotten several warnings. Me I talk about years now. People are warning Jamaica. Over 10 years now. This government I get warning about 10 years now. For fix up the folly ways. You understand? And they have not. The other day, Apostle Jeffrey Shuttleworth let them know, say, listen, we need, this is a thus saith the Lord. If the country don't go under 3 days fasting, prayer, and repentance and mourning, we are going to have disaster back a disaster, suddenlies back a suddenlies. Do you guys see what's happening with the weather in Jamaica? Liquor rain a fall and destroy the place. Liquor rain a fall and they coming like say, and the whole sea, our tsunami, and water, and come on that spot there alone, the rain a fall. The precipitation has been insane. I mean, infrastructure is being eroded. Just little bit of rain a fall.
20 minutes out of rain and wash your place.
Yes. One brother the other day, I watch one video on TikTok, like one day I go in and set me. The man I say, yo, look what the water do. Thank you so much, mama. Him say, look what the water is doing. This is dry weather. You understand what I deal with? Why should I speak on the USA when I don't live there? Why should I focus on the United States when I don't live there? The master class, the prophetess, the master class, she speaks on the United States regularly to warn the people in the United States of what judgment is coming for them. And other people over there warning.
Our next topic, boy. We never go there yet.
Eh?
Tell you this, boy. You see that song? Our next piece of, hey, bro.
Yeah, but alright. You know, you have to focus on where you live. Of course, warnings have come for governments in other countries. Yo, me I go black here, you know, because I really when I try Missy say, you are not even done, see man, godly. You feel me I deal with? Because it's not a joking matter. It's not a joking matter. You feel me I deal with? It's not a joking matter, it's very, very serious.
Destruction, man, for real.
Yeah, it's very, very serious. The earth, alright, listen, you have to look upon this in many different ways, you know.
Is the Lord and the fullness thereof.
You have to look upon this, how you doing, Paulette? You have to look upon this in many different ways. When I first heard of the prophecy of the earthquake and the tsunami, I started to look at the evidence, the practical evidence around it. And there was this guy that came on TV, one white guy that deals with, you know, earthquakes and that type of knowledge in Jamaica, right? And the man said, yo, we are expecting a big one because of the frequency of the smaller earthquakes. They had a record of earthquakes that year in Jamaica, high amounts, really good sizable ones like 4 point something, 3 point something, even 5 point something, and it keep happening over and over again.
History, earthquake.
Yes. But even more than that, you know, to your family. It even more than that, you know, because you know what Yellowstone is?
Yeah.
Volcanic action is also going to be a thing to thus say the Lord. Not so you're doing. You see me? Yeah. Volcanic action is also going to be a thing. And it's not just Jamaica, the entire Caribbean. There are some underground volcanoes, brother, we're linked to one another. Hey, me tell you something. It's the grace of God why we there so. And we not destroyed in the Caribbean already. Alright, so this a person here. I worry about titles. Apostles are appointed. How you doing, Sassy? Sassy, I've been on for almost 2 hours. You missed a lot. It's good to see you though. Happy Friday. This person is saying, isn't the apostleship gone? That's like saying there's no more prophets. Mighty God. You mean the structure of the heavenlies in terms of their representatives on earth is gone? Isn't the apostle like the highest structure recognized in God's earthly representatives? So how can the apostle, them do away with God, do away with the apostle? Apostles are appointed by God. You understand? That God give them the anointing. He chooses them. Yeah, it's a distraction, but I use it as a teachable moment at the same time. I hope you are doing well. Thank you, Nats. You see me? But I appreciate you guys coming on, you understand? And we're going to move on here. So we can drop down. You have a couple more things to do right now. So look who more's in. Thank you, Tiffy. Appreciate it. All right. So let's listen to this news article right here. Yeah, Marcus Garvey was one of them too. Marcus Garvey, man, I tell you. Boy. Ladies and gentlemen, a truck. I want to listen to this.
It was like the scene. It was like the scene from a high drama action movie. This is the moment our videographer saved this interviewee, Aaron McCain.
So Jamaica, the man them do an interview, and same time them do an interview. A truck. Look on the man outside the truck. Mighty God. Who see that video?
It was like the scene from a high drama action movie. This is the moment our videographer saved this interviewee, Aaron McCain, from serious injuries. The driver of the truck, visibly angry, proceeded to inspect the red motor car.
He was coming on speed and I was here already. And Yo, the car was parked and the truck was coming. I am saying the road is wet. Why are you driving so hard? Remember I said truck work off of air brakes, you know. His speed when I come, he couldn't stop for through Jamaica. But I feel fault. This could have ended real tragically for the person on TVJ and the person that is being interviewed. Simple purpose, how you doing, my baby? Please, ladies and gentlemen, be very careful on the road. Keep your eyes open. A lot of mad people on the road. Even when you're in the community, wherever you live. I was in my community the other day and I saw a couple cars driving. I was like, all one truck. I say, why them a drive so fast? It's not even on the main. It's not a highway. Why do they have to choose to drive that fast? I don't understand it. Right? Why them so comfortable in endangering people's lives on the road, man?
I tried to give him signal to slow down, and he didn't slow down. With the same speed, he come and hit me.
Thank God say TVJ did that. Yeah, driver blame everybody but himself. Now, this accident was caused because of an issue that TVJ came to actually hear about, you know. So in real time, ladies and gentlemen, the issue manifested, the problem that they had and the issue that they had played out into an accident. And it's because of the problem. Listen.
When I was here already, from all the way from there.
Ironically, this is the same issue Aaron McCain was speaking about before the crash. Due to a massive pileup of debris along the Broadgate Main Road in St. Mary, after yesterday's heavy rain, driving on the road has become hazardous and drivers have been impatient.
No traffic couldn't pass that.
Ladies and gentlemen, look at the debris in the road. Landslide, trees, right?
The whole place is thrown off with the water and the tree head and coming down, the vehicle them are come down. All we have stop them to stop. Some of them don't want to stop. They want just more through at all time.
But while it appears that some motorists threw caution to the wind along the Broadgate Main Road, at the Baxter's Mountain Primary School, the students and staff were not taking any chances with the forces of nature. Scores of students were trapped at school for over 7 hours as they wait for the flood waters to recede at this ford.
In the afternoon, there about 12 o'clock, we realized that the rain was cut.
At taking any chances
Look at
with
Jamaica.
the forces of nature. Scores of students were trapped at school for over 7 hours as they wait for the flood waters to recede at this ford.
In the afternoon, there about 12 o'clock, we realized that the rain was continuing, and so we decided to end school early, as we usually do, because there's a threat of the flooding coming over. We called the taxis in, but by the time the taxis got here and they were loaded to leave, by the time they got to the flooding, it was already over, so it was already too late.
And so the students had to remain at school until minutes after.
So, ladies and gentlemen, suddenlies. That's what the apostle talked about. Suddenlies. Suddenlies. The lady, the teacher, very experienced principal, Baxter, principal of Baxter Mountain Primary School, Miss Shereen Harris, very experienced. Understood the mission that when rain fall, this particular drain here or whatever it is have tendency to flow over and block up. This is my question. For them to know that this is what they need to do means that it's a long-standing issue. Why has it been fixed? Why hasn't it been fixed? Who is the MP for this area? More importantly, who was the MP for the area? I believe Baxter Mountain Primary School. Anybody know where Baxter Mountain Primary School there exactly? Which part of St. Mary that there? And Mr. Brown, Christopher Brown, good. That means you're Norman Dunn. We're supposed to talk to. A film government in a power when he was MP, you know. Why is this still an issue? Why we have an institution, an education institution, that if rain fall, the people them have left school. What the hell can go so? Is it that we're not going to relocate the school or we're not going to fix that problem there? This is unacceptable, Jamaica. You don't agree with me? But what were they concentrated on? Collecting our tax dollars for an empty building. Wasting our money through TAJ. That's what they were concentrated on. Mighty God of Daniel. What more can we take? Sometimes, may I tell you the truth, if I was to really, I need an AI robot will think like me. We can just, you see we how me think and me analyze and me go to Babson, look upon the situation them and put the thing them together on my page. Me need the amount of issue, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes I forgot to do some video about some things. May I tell you the truth. I have a clip them put on in my Telegram and forgot to me did to do one video about this. There's not enough time in the day to properly scrutinize every single issue under the Jamaica Labour Party. And it's not like it's long-standing issues. It's issues that could have been dealt with if they just use the political will and actually cared about the situation. Because this should not happen. We can't have a school that when rain fall, the people have left school. The teacher, principal knows say, yo, me need to call some taxi to get the people them to safety because them now can't get to go home. The kids were marooned in the school because of a little rain that for Jamaica that is untenable. It is not supposed to happen. It is not. Wagwan, I am redeemed. It is not supposed to happen. It's too much. It is too much. It's like nothing works under the Jamaica Labour Party. And I'm not exaggerating. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what they're going to say? Oh, 18 years ago, this and that and ass, fat and everything. This is the question. To destroy that foolish argument that they come with. Two things. How long have you been in power? What was the extent of your power? Let me answer that. You've been in power for 10 years. The extent of your power is that you had 47 seats or 49 seats. You're telling me you can affect real change with 49 seats? Try give PMP 49 seats a man and see what happens to this country. May I tell you, under these new faces of the PMP with the principle of socialism, oh God, man, we witnessed the plans of the PMP through writing. Could you have imagined the implementation of these things? Many of the issues would have been dealt with, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you. And if you gave them 10 years, wow, it would blow your mind. It would have blown your mind how much they got done. You know why? Because you would have a leader that is focused on efficiency and effectiveness, where agencies and ministries would not be able to thief. Therein lies the problem, the thieving. It all boils down to the thieving. When you concentrating on thieving, you're going to miss the job what you're supposed to do, you know. You can't do your job effectively if you concentrate. You know how much work it takes to thief? Because when you thief, you have to cover up. So you have to spend time thieving and I try to cover up. Instead of spending your time building and growing. You know, like building and growing the economy. You know, like building the STEM schools them. Where you promise the people them say you're supposed to build. As a government. Where you partner with China. All know we can't see one of them. And we can't even blame China. It's going to be interesting to hear what is the reason why we don't see them school a billion. It's going to be very interesting. The man them even get millions. Because I remember say Andrew say when I go build 3, China go help build 3. Them get money in Jamaica for one of them, you know. All no grung, no broke. Is this another Cornwall Regional Hospital? Massive plans. Wally talk and till people just forget about it. Well, I'm going to continuously ask about STEM school, you know. Because you know why? The STEM schools would have been a very great thing for the development of this country. I'm telling you. Science, technology, engineering, and math. That's what STEM means. Where you say Trump doesn't want it, you feel say a Trump stop that something there? I don't know. I know some people love blame Trump for everything, you know, but now I'm not one of those people. Me know what Trump responsible for. You understand? And as bad as that man is, a lot of us Christians don't know. But persecution of the Christians them in this dispensation. A Trump alone a block that. Yeah? Trump alone. He's not all bad. Nobody is. He's not all bad, ladies and gentlemen. Apostle Peter Chambers talked about it, and also Apostle Jeffrey Shuttleworth. It's not like them man there I go cap for a politician. He just tell you what the Lord revealed to him about the situation. Trump a block enough things. Trump a block one world order from fully roll out. Fully, 100% blasting our face in this hemisphere. Trump a block them. That's why they want to get rid of him. Whole heap of temper in life. I mean, of course, he have some, bad things about him and going my agenda and way. Yeah, we understand that. But when it come on to the agenda of the most side, Trump a aid. No, I have them inside there, Rasta. I have them inside there. Sometimes some things come to me, and I don't claim to be a prophet, but sometimes some things come to me, and like Spirit said to me, I say, oh. And then further on down the line, I don't say it to nobody, Further on down the line, sometimes I say it, and sometimes people brush it off. And then further on down the line, I look, boop. Like, let me give you an example. When the PMP, the election was taken from the PMP, something said to me, watch God work. God is up to something. That is the word I got. Watch God work, and God is up to something. Yeah, man. That's a device today in my head. Watch God work. God is up to something. That is the exact. And I'm telling you, look at the events that preceded after that. This government is cursed. Hurricane Melissa. Jamaica was ripe for growth, Jamaica was ripe for growth. Jamaica under judgment. There's a lot of plans that Andrew have with him private partners. And God a block them. God a block them. Yeah, Rasta, we have to talk the truth, Truth shall set you free. God a block them, brother. I tell you, God a black, me can't see it. I say, yo, because I listen to you men and women of God, you know. And I observe his space, you know. And I say, rotted. Could they? Look upon this or look upon that. Zine. It's a day, man. It's a day when me finally make that connection the way voice clear. I don't know where God I use me for, but it's a day when that happen. You feel me I say? I don't know where God have in store for me, but just my thing is me have work for do. That's what I say with myself and everything. Yes, that is true. That is definitely true. But I think it's going to be organic. You know, the unification. There has to be some extenuating circumstances to propel that unity. Because right now, you know, we are lovers of ourselves. Like what the Bible says in this time, you know, men will be lovers of themselves. And that go on, and then you have pride. A lot of us are blinded by pride. A lot of us are blinded by pride. I think there's somebody wanna call me. Hold on there. Hold on there, people. I never saw this message, you know. I never saw this message. That's fine. Yeah, I never saw the message. I hope you sent it through, because that's fine. Any one of them is fine. Alright? Bless up. Alright. Yeah, so back to this.
It was already too late.
And so the students had to remain at school until minutes after 8 o'clock the night.
So if the rain never stopped falling, pick them couldn't go home now.
This is where many of them were huddled up for hours. Principal of the school, Shereen Harris, says safety was her first priority.
Big up yourself.
We had to make dinner and everything and to reassure the parents that the children were safe. And we were waiting on the go-ahead from committee members and some parents who were at the fording to tell us when it was safe for us to leave.
And this is an ongoing issue in the community. We were told that the bridge that was erected here decades ago fell into disrepair over the years and finally collapsed during Hurricane Beryl.
Reports were made to NWA to come and take it up, you know. But I don't know, I don't see anyone, it is still there. And because...
Okay! So this cause the problem. Jesus have mercy. The bridge collapsed and the man them don't move the bridge from Hurricane Beryl. What is going to happen in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa?
When the debris come down, so you find out say it bump up against the bridge. And it costs all of what is happening down there. So persons from the community now will go down to clear the culvert underneath before it can run freely.
Well, we have been asking for a bridge because the bridge that was there to allow free flow of transportation in and out of the community, that bridge deteriorated over time and it had broke down. It's now fallen into the river. We have been trying to reach the relevant authorities to get a bridge because that's the only thing that will fix this problem is that we need a bridge. We are in desperate need of a bridge for this community and the school.
Kelisha Williams, TVJ News.
We go to
Prosperity infrastructure. Prosperity and infrastructure.
Now, where residents of Craig Hill in Buff Bay are calling on the authorities again to urgently address damage to a footbridge in their community. The structure has been deteriorating since the passage of Hurricane Melissa. Alia Brand has their story.
Yo, Jaja.
Community members of Craig Mill in Buff Bay, Portland, are crying out in fear that they could be cut off at any moment a footbridge which serves as the main access route in and out of the community, was severely undermined during Hurricane Melissa last year. Residents say conditions have worsened as a nearby river continues to overflow its banks during periods of heavy rainfall. They warn the bridge is now unsafe and fear it could collapse, leaving them completely cut off.
Every time we come down, we have no to drive and then something the same way. Perhaps them the body same way, man. As we are sure. I'm going to see them come to drive, fix the back and everything. Now they come down and then thing, keep them straight to our body, steer it, so you can tear down and break them many times.
What was meant to strengthen the bridge has over time been washed away, taking with it the community's only link to safety and access.
Then we put one little sachets girl and it wash and dirt and them something. No steel and them something.
So the man them build the thing with no steel, bro. Bro, you know. And these problems can persist, you know. Can you see them townhouse and them something and then, you know, enough of these buildings with them are construct be a cheap material, you know. So when you hear Andrew chat off, you remember when I chat off him out about this is not like the housing where what that's something name again? You see me can't find it. Edmund Rich. Edmund Rich. TikTok. Edmund Rich. Edmund Rich, Operation Pride. Andrew Wellness speech on Operation Pride. Don't see me can't find that. See me can't find that. Tell it. Alright, see that?
So when you look at this housing development of Edmund Ridge, and you see the quality of the housing that is developed here, this is nothing like Operation Pride. I want to make that point clear.
Yes.
So if you compare what this government has done relative to what the previous governments have done, then you can come to the conclusion that something good has gone in a development. Because if you compare these kinds of development to Operation Pride developments, then your conclusion would be that what was happening before was Operation Shame. And it is these developments that we are doing now that is really creating communities of pride, communities in which the homeowners feel that they have a really good investment, a really respectful investment, an investment in shelter that gives them dignity. That is why we bring these to the attention of the people. Something is happening in Jamaica. Something good is happening in housing. And as you can see today, even after the setback of COVID, we are well on our way with building out affordable housing at Edmund Ridge. This administration is the difference in housing. This administration has the plan for housing, but more than that, it is this administration that can consistently deliver housing for you.
Wow.
So when you look at this...
Wow. Yo, and then the reality hit after Hurricane Melissa. And the people from Edmund Ridge cried out, ladies and gentlemen. The people in ball out. The people in show you the paper wall them in the house them. And he was right. It is nothing like Operation Pride, because Operation Pride still has maintained their pride in the structure still standing now, even after Hurricane Melissa. Even after several hurricanes. Right? Hold on there. Edmond, rich residents cry out. See if I find a clip there. Alright, this?
So I am Maurice McGee. I'm a Seventh Adventist pastor at the Westminster Conference. This is our home at what is left of it. There's three of us that live here. Myself, my wife, and our 3 8-year-old son. And this is the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa. This house is in St. James East Central, the Edmond Estate. That was named after Edmund Bartlett, the MP, closing minister. We purchased this house from the HAJ. It was housing agency of Jamaica. And they don't even come to our meeting with the residents. Some of us are still sleeping in our cars. You know, homes are totally gutted by the way. And they don't even have anything to come and to talk.
The houses are totally destroyed. The people them are sleeping at their car. At the time, I don't know what them situation is right now. This is what Andrew was talking about, you know. Something good is happening in Jamaica, you know. This was 2025. And in the same year, God put him and Edmund Bartlett under the bus. Shame! Shame! Everything Andrew touch poison. You wanna realize? Not a good sign, Jamaica. I would never want to be in the same space as Andrew Jones. I mean literally like me dey on the road that me no want dead, me no want lightning lick him. Me no want the earth open up and swallow him and me dead. No. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there, brother. One man can't wicked, so bro.
That directing us to the insurance.
How long now?
I've been here since December, like part of December. Just about 2 years. December would be 2 years.
So this homeowner has not been in the building for 2 years. Paper wall Jamaica. And the man when I compare this to Operation Pride to suggest that this situation was better. The audacity, the unmitigated gall, and a shame them shame. People them say them don't see them all now. This was what? The 11th, the 10th of November last year. Andrew Jones' speech was, I think, was in February. No, January, February, March, April. The 25th of April last year. And months later, what's up, Tiny? Months later, I get exposed, man. Months later, I get exposed. When I talk about thorough exposed.
Is the complex?
The complex is about 3 years, 3, 4 the most. It's a new complex.
You were looking at the material that was used to construct
the
house.
People drywall, material, small, substantial. People drywall.
Watch out. Watch out.
These are with some dust in it.
Paper.
Salt, paper.
Paper drywall, Jamaica.
Wall, made out of paper.
Huh?
Salt paper.
Tell us, how has this affected you, impacted you emotionally?
Well, looking at what is left, I cried many times already. I'm still in disbelief. Tuesday night, we slept in the car. The night after, the car again. And we are still on the outside.
When you say Tuesday night?
The night of the storm. The night of the storm, the night of Melissa. When it was, the roof was going to run out of it. And that's what spared our life. We sheltered in the car.
Was your son here at the time?
Yes, the three of us. When he was here, he was crying, traumatized. When the things were flying away, I asked him to go under the bed. And that's where he saw cover. That's where he saw cover.
Given the location of the complex, when you heard about the warnings that we're going to be having a hurricane that is
but that would potentially be catastrophic. Did you at any point think that you were in any danger, you had to evacuate, you had to leave?
So the only thing we do, we buy food and water. It was never in our wildest imagination that the roof, any of the roof would have gone. It was never in our expectation. Because I think the part of what they said that the roof are hurricane proof.
Only hear that? Them build the house and tell the people them say the roof them hurricane proof. First thing for go on the roof, Jamaica. Operation Shame manifested. Poor family. And then him alone. Pastor, you know. The man buy him house and say, yes. Yes, I got a good purchase. I got good value for money. One hurricane, Jamaica. You know what I'm going to do? Oh, but it's a category 5. If you ever look on this, what is left of this structure? No resistance, ladies and gentlemen. Category 3 with a mash up that. Yeah, man. Category 3 with a mash up that. Tell you, boy, what a sad thing, eh?
And you can see a few hurricane straps that they used to hold over together. The board, we're not even the concrete.
Yo, the man say you can see the few hurricane straps what them use. So you can identify, say, is tardy workmanship. Cheap. Not my word, Jamaica. The man attack. Him own experience. Wow.
On the very top of the concrete. So they all feel in the wind.
Gone in the wind. Gone in the wind. Terribly, you know? But some breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Yo. This one here definitely take the cake. Big up Andre and Andre Brand. No, sir. Midday connection. Hold on.
If it is that the floor now. Yeah, alright? What's that? Parsley. I'm done with you.
Hold on there. Wait.
Where that? Where I come from? Eh? And check them.
Labour Party.
Listen to the vice.
Done with the Jamaica Labour Party. They're now moving in the right direction where the country needs to go. I done them two parties and need to be done without a Jamaica. Burn them and burn up the whole country. We done with the JLP. We done with all Labour rights. We don't want no Labour rights. You'll not ask me about no voting. We don't want no Labour rights link me about next election. I burn down the JLP. We don't have nothing to do with them again. I be a hobby and science them a work for me. I be a vomit blood. 5 days now me there in the hospital and nobody no business about me in the JLP. JLP them can go burn up and dead with too, you know.
What?
And I done with them. You see after me post a video here, me no want no man call my phone and no man plead to me. Because when me done with you know, I saw the whole and I go burn up in the ashes. I done with the whole JLP and JLP can't win one more election in Jamaica.
Mighty God. Ladies and gentlemen, I never knew that it was this severe, man. This is more than Bangarang. Undefeated rush. Hey, me tell you, man, Apostle Peter Chambers said it, you know. There will be constant war among them, you know. Hey, let me tell you something, man. Let me find the clip. Because I want to video them on my pin. I want to video them on my pin for my page. Let me find the clip. TikTok I do what TikTok I do. TikTok and me and a friend here, man. When I go up on my page, it better me not go live. The people on TikTok, I just go live for like half an hour and then direct on to me YouTube. But that me go start though. Real talk. You know, make no sense. It's a mess. It's a real mess. You understand? Listen to this.
But the judgment, the Lord told me to tell the leader of this land that as long as they are in power, trouble is going to follow them. Right now.
The Lord told him to tell the leader of this land, as long as they're in power, trouble is going to follow them. Only knows he said trouble can't left JLP. They will have no peace, Jamaica. They will have no peace. Them hands dipped in a nastiness. Make me go back to the tape, so. Hear what the man said the man them are doing? Not my word. Them involved in too much nastiness, Jamaica. Too much.
Never give a fix. Listen to the voice.
Done with the Jamaica Labour Party. They're now moving in the right direction where the country needs to go. I done them two parties I need to done without a Jamaica. Burn them and burn up the whole country. We done with the JLP. We done with all labor rights. We don't want no labor rights till me ask me about no voting. We don't want no labor rights in the next election. I burn down the JLP. We don't have nothing to do with them again. I be a Wobia and science them I work for me.
What?
I be a vomit blood. 5 days now me there in the hospital and nobody no business about me in a JLP.
What?
JLP them can go burn up and dead with too, you know. And I done with them. You see after me post a video here, me no want no man call my phone and no man plead to me. Cause when me done with you know, I saw the whole lot of both. Me done with the whole JLP and JLP can't win one more election in Jamaica.
Ball out! Whoa, yo. We need help, Jesus.
What can go so?
Bangarang.
Hey. What can go so?
What a thing.
What is happening there?
What is this?
You know, put that in one of the...
Hi, sweetie, how you doing? Where care for me?
I don't care.
You must care something for me. You can't left today on a
You want them in the wrap or is there one in the wrap? The big one in the wrap is going to be 5 and give her that for 4 or 5.
People,
right?
you serious enough?
What's that? Parsley. Give her that for 400. Alright, thanks for the support. Bless you now. Yes, remember here. Hey, I'm going to call him. I'm going to call to finger and ask him what is happening.
What? Andre get the scoop? Oh my God. Make we hear what go on. Hopefully you get him. No,
What is
sir.
happening? Get here, Jamaica. I'm not surprised. No upset.
I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry to tune in to PD show. Oh yes, some things I did not know. A PD show me know it or no, me not sorry. No, me not sorry.
Done without a Jamaica. Burn them and burn up the whole country. We done with the JLP. We done with all labor rights. You don't want no labor rights here. You ask me about no voting. You don't want no labor rights here about next election. I burn them on the JLP. You don't have nothing to do with them again.
Oh my
I be a
God.
science them I work for me. I be a vomit me a vomit.
Hey, let me tell you something. You see where your JLP operate. When you hear one labor right a ball out like this, it's serious, you know? Hey, because them hold it like a G. Hey, them know how to suffer for them party, you know? Yeah, man, them is a suffering supporter, man. They know how to suffer for them party. When you hear one labor right come on a ball out like this for the media, it's serious. Them is loyal to a default. Me, no run them the joke there. As soon as the thing look one certain type of way, me start look on your side way like so. You see, if me raise my voice in concert quietly, say for instance, privately, right? If you go through the channels to say, yo, That if me connected, we say, yo, you know say them thing I need to sort out. You see, if me see you a buck shuffle and a drag your foot too long, you tell me not give you a second chance after that, but you tell me everything me need to know. You not communicate with me, right? I'm not see nothing now move, and the thing just they stagnated. Me I make nice. But you see labor right them, then we did it for 10,000 a year. And stay so. And you know what they do? They mumble amongst themselves and grumble amongst themselves. And you see the politician them and the representative come up. Oh, hey, oh, my general, oh, mama, this and that, and right. I saw them go on. And that I find out. Because I know some of them. You understand what I deal with? Some things in my community, me hear them mumble and complain about. I don't say a word. Me top argue with labor right now. Me don't want to have no conversation with no labor right about politics. Stop arguing with them, brother. Because at some point, you cannot complain when you put in a government for 3 terms. Because one, they would have to be doing something that made you put them in a second time, and they would have been something great for you putting them a 3rd time. So me now have no argument with none of them. And some of them watch me show, and them know me, I talk to. Uno know me, uno know Bolo. Uno know so you can't come chat to me about no politics. Talk to me about anything else, but not politics. We will not have a conversation. It is fruit, it's fruit, it's gonna be a fruitless conversation. We're not gonna get anywhere. Because you can't convince me that this is a government and one good government. We have nothing to talk about. You cannot convince me that this is a government and the worst government ever. We have nothing to talk about. So you want to talk about something else? We can talk about something else. But not politics. You understand? Alright, they say it there. Right, they say it there. You couldn't pay me no amount of money for vote for JLP. As a matter of fact, I see it as an insult. That you think that you can give me money to sell out my opinion. How me say? You disrespect my integrity. You disrespect my moral and everything when I stand upon as a man. You diss me as a man when you think say you can come give me some little money to change my vote. If me get up a morning and I see value in a UIC and what them I do, and them a progress, me I go vote for UIC. Which boy can't tell myself not do that? And my vote, me have a brain, me think, me I watch and I look, me I observe. But as it stands right now, me standing behind Mark Jefferson Golden and the People's National Party because they're in the right track, ladies and gentlemen. They're on the right track. They're on the right track. You understand? And then there's another caveat to it. Whatever God's will is, so shall it be done. Because God knows more than me. You understand what I say? So if God decides, say, as some no-name person are going to be the Prime Minister of Jamaica, when none of we not expect, and God decides that this matter there, I can't question God. That would be absurd.
5 years now, me there in the hospital and nobody no business about me in a JLP. JLP them can go burn up and dead with you, you know. And I've done with them. You see after I post a video, me no want no man call my phone. And no man plead to me. And when me done with you know, I saw the whole and I have a burn up in the ashes. I done with the whole JLP and JLP can't win one more election in Jamaica.
Yo, the producer going good.
So when them don't get them partner draw,
choose Jamaica. Choose Jamaica.
You're going to hear them mentally deranged. You're going to hear this, you're going to hear that.
Yeah, they must start attacking character.
I am going to say it to you.
Yeah, they must start attacking character. That's what go on.
I told you a long time ago, Journey, I went to university with him. I told you long I was in G2K with him. I was one of them who made him get opportunities in the Jamaica Labour Party to build the rhythm, them and put out the rhythm and all of them stuff. So when I see him now really responding, somebody said, Dre, look for your big friend. Look at your big friend. I say, what a banger. Hello, caller, good day.
Hello?
Yeah?
Hi, afternoon. Do you see that prayer from you?
Let me confirm. Mama Cher, ask them if they have turn comments. Them have turn comments. Yeah, we have a serving on turn comments.
And you have appear or what? Fried chicken?
No, we have pigs. We have strawberry pig steak today. I will go to the next establishment tonight. When you talk to next, go to film. Yeah, talk about the hospital. Look, let me tell you about the state of the hospital. But actually, you got experience the shebang in the hospital, and now you got to talk about. Look, from when I tell you them about necromancy over there, witchcraft, and now you experience it for yourself. You them say about them at all, you know. You and what can go so?
No, we can't bother.
You and I know who I put your name in a paper and write your name on the great side. You know which lodge
you're leaving
group you sign up with. You know the lodge and the parties them and the things them where you do things you don't get success with them, and because it now work out. You talk about bun now. He's just like them. He's just like them. Him now say give the PNP a chance now. Hear me say bun out.
Yes, him a bun out the PNP too, cause me catch that. None of them two. Go away if you go away. PNP I want no over. You can't put the PNP together. You can't put the PNP and JLP together. We are not the same. We are not the same. You hear me say? You know, and I don't know if the young lady is watching, but you know herself. One of the representatives for one of the members of the People's National Party, one of the ones that's in Parliament for the People's National Party, saw me the other day, and she said, "Comrade Warrior." I'm so big up yourself, Moons. Big up yourself. You understand? So it look like she log on the page. So respect to her. You understand? I want to go and do the thing in our zone. You understand? Go and work for the people them. You understand? Because we have to rescue Jamaica, you know. We have to aid in the rescue of Jamaica. We have to do a personal you know, connection with God. That's the first. Because God have to be at the center of any change, any real change. So we have to make sure we deal with that. You understand? We have to deal with that. And then all the other things them outside of that, you know, as well. But blessings everybody, sooner or later I got to go. Because I want to go harass my friend before she left. Alright? Look, we're here later.